Hey everybody, the Reeswerrel here, and welcome to Champions Return to Arms. Oh boy, before I started recording I forgot to go and delete the failed recording. I just made so many mess-ups, it was a bit bad. But I can keep those as they are, get rid of that, turn off vibration, because this controller's a pain in the arse. Alright, yeah, I made so many mistakes, and also decided to start a new game. I started a new game on Adventurous because I was killing everything in one hit. But then decided to go to Courageous, and that was a mistake because, holy balls, I got completely screwed up by like a group of 3 enemies. By the way, Adventurous it is. I don't mind that I'll be killing everything in one shot for a bit. It'll soon change, I'm sure. Regardless, I will be importing my Champions of Norrath Realms of EverQuest character into this. But before we do that, I want to go over the characters that are available, which is the Ixar Shaman, or Shaman. These primitive priests summon spirits to aid in their struggle. The Ixar have regenerative powers, they heal faster than the other races. But their weaknesses... The Shaman is more focused on spiritual attacks than physical ones. We have the Varshia Berserker. Focused more on dealing damage than avoiding it, the Berserker is a powerful but reckless combatant. Proficient in with throwing axes. Very nice. Weakness. A fighting style makes the Berserker more vulnerable to attacks than the other fighters. And then of course we have the bog standard Champions of Norrath races, or classes, which is the Barbarian Warrior. Primarily a tank that absorbs and deals damage, regenerates mana by defeating enemies, can wield any weapon type. Virtually no magic. Mana does not regenerate while idle. Then you have the female version, the Wood Elf Ranger. A master of the bow with some skills in melee. They can learn powerful bow attacks. Can combine close in-fighting with heavy range damage. Close quarter fighting limits the benefits of their ranged weapons. And of course we have the cleric. Strong melee class with substantial magic ability. Can learn offensive and defensive spells. Calling on the divine, they can deal damage to undead creatures. Buffing spells benefit teammates. Limited to using blunt weapons. I still stand by my word that the cleric has literally no weakness by comparison to any other class. Their weakness is they can only use blunt weapons, which is nothing by comparison to every other class. So, pure spellcaster, can learn powerful direct damage and area of effect spells. Able to deal damage from great distances, can imbue weapons with elemental energy. Not proficient in melee combat, limited in weapon usage, may not use shields. Alright, and then the Dark Elf Shadow Knight. Primarily a melee class with some disease and pet spells. Can summon the undead, uses corrosive short and long range spells. Weaker against disease immune enemies. Spells cost more percentage of mana. And that's everything. Which is pretty cool. I do kind of find it a bit shitty that it's a new game, but the only difference is you get 2 new characters. Or 2 new character classes. And then you just have all the others from the first game. It just kind of sucks that there's not more variety, but can't complain too much. The fact I can import from Champions of Norrath is incredible. Do not want to be using that character, because for some reason, that level 20 character is a character that has the cheat enabled, that levels up the character to level 20. The weird thing is, I don't remember when I did that. Unless...
of this land must be laid to rest.
It's also really cool that it uses all your armor and everything, but that's the actual character from my Champions of Norrath playthrough, I think. The level 21 could be as well. The only thing I'm not entirely sure about is maybe I used the cheat to just show it off. So if you press this button combination it levels you up to level 20. But I don't remember doing it. It's the only issue. Either way. But yeah, where I messed up earlier was I imported the level 20 character assuming it was the correct one. Then went into my abilities when I had chance and noticed I had like 870 points that I could use, and I was very confused. So I was like, hold the phone. This should not be like this. And then when I imported this character I realised, I was like, oh, okay, this seems legit. Because I have 1,000,000 gold, which I do remember actually having. On the other character I had like 450 in weight as well, which... As I say, a lot of it was just mostly confusing. Ooh, once I get to level 19 I can use those. I find it really cool that you keep all your stuff though. And we have 20 healing tonics, great mana vials. Right, okay. I need 150 XP, which I probably won't be getting for a while, because the enemies here kind of suck ass. Yeah, and everything like around here was just maxed out, and it was just very confusing. Regardless, we have, you know, our weapons, the armor from when I completed the game. It's so cool. Either way, let's talk to Fiona V, even.
Welcome, brave soul. Your presence inspires hope in the hearts of gods and men alike. For once again, the planes of power have come under siege. You must perfect your skills with sword and lance.
Could it be with mace and magic? Because I can't use a sword or a lance. More. There we go.
Battle trumpets sounded as our courageous knights stormed the plain of war. The bodies of our enemy lay scattered across the forgotten battleground. The palace of Raloszek grew near, but then, just when victory would be ours, we were met by an unspeakable new power. Many have perished. Our armies are in disarray. Will you lend us your heart, your hand, and your sword?
Mace.
The deaths of thousands will be avenged by your victory. If there are potions you seek, or arrows to fill your quiver, our traders can provide them, for a modest fee, of course. When you have all that you need, you may pass through the portal behind me and into the plain of war.
Woohoo! Enter the shop. What are you selling? Because I have a boatload of money. Hold the... Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Oh god, this is weird. Yeah, everything's at level 1, of course. I mean, I did start on Adventurous. I was not doing Courageous. Like, I could have tried, but there's no way I would have been able to get through the first area without dying several hundred times. Wow. Huh. It's so weird. Like, importing a character from the previous game, being at not really the max level I could get to, but being at a fairly high level, I wasn't exactly struggling against the enemies in the previous game. And I got to level 18. Yeah, it's very strange. And of course, minor healing tonics. Yeah, no thanks. Wait a minute, so if I kill enemies, will they only drop minor healing tonics? Oh dear. I have 3 of those, okay. Alright, can I sell anything? No. Although once I've got those on, I could actually sell these, which would get me a little bit of money. Alright. Wow. I definitely feel overpowered. That won't last. So we have the Plain of War. Warfare rages endlessly in the Break Realm of Raloszek, the Warlord. Warriors found lacking on the battlefield are exiled as war wraiths to the Forgotten Battleground. Those who serve their god well are accepted into Drondar, the fortress of Zek. Yeah, it's weird how this game is set up, by comparison to the previous, because the previous was kind of like a linear story that would just go through certain areas, whereas this, it seems you go to a hub, which is this area, and then you choose a level, and then you go to that level. I don't exactly know for certain. It's definitely set out a bit differently, compared to the previous game. Not complaining, mind you. It's a nice change. I still just really like the fact that I can use my character from the previous game. Although I think my favourite thing about this game compared to the last is it actually looks better. I don't mean graphically, I just mean in terms of capture. You can see certain things that you couldn't really make out in, like, when I recorded the first game, because I'm using the Xbox One to essentially upscale my PS2 stuff. It just makes text and everything look a lot better, instead of being super compressed, for whatever reason. Lost Battleground. Alright, it's time to kick ass and take names. Wait, so if they actually hit me... Wait a minute, whoa. Hold on, I want to look at my health. For one reason. Right, I'm at 292. I'm pretty sure whenever that hits me, I'm healing... I'm pretty sure it's hitting me and I'm healing the point of damage it's doing to me before it can do any more. Poor thing. But yeah, the downside to these enemies is, because obviously they're level 1, I'm not going to be getting any experience. I might get 1 experience per enemy, so I don't know, if I go against 200 of them, I might be fine. But I doubt it. The worst part is the fact I'm getting no money. Although, to be fair, even on Courageous, when I was getting my ass absolutely handed to me, I was only getting, you know, like 40 gold. So it really ain't that much different. Wait, so sturdy patchwork boots. So my biggest question is whether or not they're actually... Okay, they're not good. Okay. Oh, it's so weird. It's like my character was imported to the wrong time. Oh, hang on. Keep forgetting that the minimap doesn't automatically show up. Don't really understand what... Why? What happened to that guy? He died? Oh. The idiot more than likely ran into the fire and then just slowly burnt to death. Ah, you got all of the enemies being dumb as stones. There we go. Wow. Well, I'm not going to struggle, I can say that for a fact. I mean, I could have just created a cleric, but if I had done that, it would basically just be like Champions of Norrath all over again. And to be fair, even if I didn't have this character... Are they like bears? I thought they were like lizards. Okay. No, I think I would have still gone with a cleric, even if I hadn't played the previous game, just because when you compare the weaknesses of any class, like side by side, the cleric is the one that has the most meaningless weakness. It's like, oh, he can't use blunt weapons. Oh no. What a downside. I can only use blunt weapons, I think I said can't. I remember you, kind of.
Welcome to the plane
Natasla.
of war, champion of Firiona V. Tell me, what riches does the servant of Tunare offer for such blind allegiance? What power of your own may you reap? None. You're nothing more than a pawn, a marionette on a string. Perhaps there is a more, shall we say, profitable choice? Heed my words, brave warrior. Renounce your vow to that pompous wench and join the forces of darkness. Together we shall resurrect the Prince of Hate and rule the world!
Wait. Oh, there was more. That I didn't... Whoops. I was wondering why she was saying stuff that wasn't there. Okay, so I'll never join your evil regime.
The forces of light grow weaker by the hour. Soon we will overwhelm them. Your only chance for victory is to fight alongside us.
Okay, so this is where the game has an interesting twist. You can basically choose to side... or to go on the side of good or the side of evil. Regardless of your character, I suppose. I thought it was going to be locked dependent on what your character was, so if you was a cleric you could only be good, and if you was a shadow knight you could only be bad. But seemingly not. But I suppose what I'll do is see how long it takes to get through the path, like the good path. I'd obviously go with good first. If it doesn't take that long, then I might actually go with both of them. If they tell a different story, then I don't see why not. But again, it depends how long it takes. If it's a long, you know, like a 10-hour thing, then I don't think I'd really want to do both. But we'll see. I'd rather die than call you my ally.
Too bad you will not live long enough to regret your foolish choice. The forgotten Battleground is calling you.
Oh, this bitch don't know who she's talking to. You're talking to a level 18 cleric. Which means I won't be getting my ass handed to me for a while. Oh. Oh, they make sense now. Yes, okay, so if you choose the side of good, the blue gate opens. If you choose the side of evil, the red gate opens. Okay. What the... Love how they just run up just to get battered away. Oh, I was waiting for that thing to just die from fire. I kind of wish I had a better weapon. I mean, it's ironic saying that, considering the fact I'm not going to find a weapon better than my current for a while. Alright. But what I mean by that is I wish I had a one-handed weapon, just because this one kind of sucks ass. I don't like two-handed weapons. And actually, while I wasn't... or after I made the flub of screwing up earlier, I was testing around with PS2 controllers because kind of all the ones I have aren't that great. They feel really stiff in one way or another. This one doesn't feel too great in terms of the sticks, but I can make it work. But the one thing I was testing was I was just kind of like mashing all the buttons at once, just to essentially test how loud they were. And I found out you can actually backstep, which I don't think I knew before. You just hold the block button and then press the other shoulder button, and it causes you a backstep, which I had no idea about. And I think it's safe to say that I didn't know about that in Champions of Norrath. Whether or not that was a thing in that game, I don't know. Yeah, they're all minor shits. That blows. I mean, I can take them to sell them. I think that's probably the only use they have, honestly, is to get me more money. There's not really any point in using them when they will recover a meaningless amount of health. What? Oh no, not the fucking... Wait, which one's the... Oh, the fire's doing the damage to me. Cool. Yeah, my health's automatically regenerating too. Great. Stop walking into the fire, you dunce. Oh, great. We're at this point. And into the fire once more. Yeah, I might as well give them a fighting chance. Well, one thing I will admit, from like a... not really a technical perspective, but one thing I find most impressive about this game is the fact this one came on a singular disc. Whereas... Whoa! Oh, they're the the War Wraiths. Yeah, whereas Champions of Norrath, that came on two discs. Hold the phone. Okay, so there's 2 save points. That's just a pain in the ass. I came this way because I assumed I was going the wrong way. But no, they're just giving me save points all over the place. Alright. Checkpoint saved. God, I can only imagine how much these would be tearing me apart if I was playing on Courageous. Unless, maybe the way you're meant to do it, like if you want to actually do Courageous, is maybe you're meant to do Champions of Norrath, like 2 playthroughs on it. One on Adventurous, because that's for level 1 and above. Or basically for a level 1 character. And then you go through the game again on Courageous. And then by the end of it you'll probably be at level 25 or higher. I don't know. It's a weird system, I think. Holy crap, 399. One hell of a crit. The enemy should explode. Yeah, if I do that much damage to them. They die 1 hit anyway. If I did a crit, they should just explode into little bits. So I'm pretty sure this game's not exactly shy when it comes to gore. I was about to say, I do have blood turned on, don't I? Although to be fair, all I'm really seeing is when I hit an enemy I see like red mist pop out of them. It's not quite as gory as... Oh, fuck. Clever. It's not quite as gory as Champions of Norrath. It might just be the fact that I'm not really against humanoid enemies. Because Champions of Norrath, it was particularly gory when it came to humanoids. Because you'd end up like chopping off part of their head, and that would like bounce across the floor. I do have gore turned on. At least I think I do. I honestly, I don't really care. Yeah, it's turned on. Not entirely sure then. There we go. What do we have in store for us this time? I didn't even touch that. Oh, you're full of shit. So how much crap have I picked up? And how much is it weighing me down? Not as much as I would have thought. Huh. Woohoo! Oh man, if I really wanted to make this a challenge, I should just equip armor I come across. Yeah, just 56 to 84. There's nothing. Oh man. The only downside to importing the character is the fact I am going to be stuck with what I'm currently using for a while. Which is a bit of a shame. But, whatever. I could actually, like, do this. Well, even that kills him instantly. How much health do these things have? 30? I mean, my Holy Strike only does 50 damage. I would have thought it wouldn't have actually killed them. Gave them a fighting chance. Oh well. What can you do? Oh, Jesus. I was not expecting that. What? It went through him! That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I'm assuming these paths must lead together, or link together. That didn't kill it! My goodness! We actually came across an enemy that doesn't die in one hit. Go away. Alright, so I've killed everything I've come across. So now my question is, how much experience have I gotten from everything? I bet I've barely got 20. Oh! Okay, I've got 50 XP so far. Oh man, I might actually level up by the end of this. End of this area. I would hope I'd level up by the end of this game. Holy crap. There we go. Yeah, they do link together. Okay, so that was the wrong way to go. Well, I don't feel so bad. I still don't understand why there were two... Melbourne. Yeah, why there were two, save points. Oh, teleporter. I didn't know that the game still utilised those. Yeah, I didn't think they did. Yeah, cool. Bloody hell. Massacre! I mean, even though the armor's gonna be crap, it's still gonna weigh me down enough. Unfortunately, so I am gonna have to make trips back. But I don't really mind. It's only gonna increase the amount of money I have. Which is always a good thing. Ah, great, it's another one of these. I kinda wish they just had a sign, basically to say, this is the right way. So then I know I should go the other way first, in order to find treasure and optional enemies and the like. Oh wow. How? Jesus. Took me 3 strikes to actually hit him. My aim is terrible. Although I will admit, one of the disappointments with the cleric is the fact, because they can only use blunt weapons, which I will admit is not really that big a weakness, I don't like the fact they can't use bows, just because playing with a bow is fun. Because it's completely different than just regular. Right, the Plane of Tranquility. I just want to go back to the shop and just sell off a bunch of shit. But yeah, this game seems just like more of the same. Although I don't really know what to make of the story though, so far. Just because it doesn't seem to have... It's just weird not having any cutscenes. Yeah. Alright.
Welcome, my champion. What may our traders provide that will aid you in your quest?
Buy my stuff. Well, I got 60 arrows. It just sucks that I can't use bows. Oh, whatever. I mean, to be fair, even selling these is kind of, like, pointless. Because I already have a shitload of money. Well, oh well, I may as well. It's gonna be these things that weigh me down the most. Regeneration stone. Increases attack speed. Do I already have that? Yeah, that's already filled. Considering how long I'm probably going to be using some of these for, I may actually go with whatever my highest level armor is. I was going to say that has an open slot and put in one of those stars into it. Just because then my health will regenerate even more than it did before. Yeah, sure. May as well. And yeah, I could sell these, but... How do I... How do you view the stats of something? There was a button you could usually press, unless they got rid of that entirely. Yeah, I guess so. That's weird. Right, equip that onto this. There we go. 28% health regen. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll probably level up at some point soon. Good stuff. Right, back to the Lost Battleground. To kick more ass. It's weird though, because I've just started the game and I already feel like a super overpowered beast. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just strange. Alright, I went over the other side, so I'll go this way first. Did that kill it? Oh no, not quite. It definitely got hit by the blast though. Alright. So I don't know what this would be considered, like whether this is a like one of the chapters, or if this is considered the prologue. Not entirely sure. I hit him. Ha! Shackers! It didn't kill them, did it? No, it's just I heard something like hit the ground. Not entirely sure. Oh, a helmet. God, I love games like this so much though. It really makes me just want to cover Untold Legends, which I've already covered. Brotherhood of the Blade. Oh, that's the first gate scroll I found? Oh wow. Oh, there we go. So this was the right way to go. Well, shit. Yeah, I've already covered Brotherhood of the Blade. There's the Warrior's Code, which will be next. I have no idea when I'll get around to that. And then there is, the one that's on PS3, but I can't remember what it's called. Which is an Untold Legends game I have hardly played. When I first modded the PS3, I played like a couple hours of it, and then that was it. Because then I moved on to playing other stuff. Like Shadow of the Colossus and everything. Well, I'm still salty when it comes to Shadow of the Colossus. I mean, it's not really the game's fault entirely. It's not the game's fault at all, actually. I was playing Shadow of the Colossus, was about to go against the third Colossus, and my PS3 decided to just up and die. It's my fault for buying a fat PS3, I suppose. Yeah, the bloody thing just absolutely just decided to kaput right there and then. Either way. God, these things are really good at setting themselves on fire. I mean, I don't really have much room to talk, because considering I keep doing the same thing. But still, you'd think they would know better. Ooh! A worn small poleaxe of fitness. I mean, they should just make the weapons sound as terrible as they can, honestly. Tarnished quilted helmet. Yeah, they do sound pretty bad. Surprised we haven't gone against any boss enemy as of yet. Yeah. Also, I should really have a look at what I can equip magic-wise. We have healing, which is not needed. Shield bash. I don't have a shield, so I can't do that. Yeah, we basically just have Holy Strike and Blessed. I'll put the hammer on triangle. I don't really need Blessed. It increases mana regeneration, which, I mean, at this moment in time, I don't need. Oh boy. Woohoo! It's like Christmas. Well, coming this way was definitely worth it. And I think this game actually has side quests, which was one thing that Champions of Norrath actually lacked. Well, I think that was back in a day, or back in an age when side quests weren't really a thing? I know, I kind of hesitate when saying that, because I'm not entirely sure if that's correct. Maybe in the kind of game, they just weren't super popular, or super necessary, I suppose. I'm trying to think of other games in the same vein that didn't have side quests. Obviously, there's Champions of Norrath, Baldur's Gate, as in the PS2 version, the console versions, not the ones that are on PC, because I'm almost certain they probably do have a, like side quests and everything. I'm trying to think of others. I mean, there's obviously Diablo, but I'm certain that more than likely has side quests. Field of Strife. You know, that was loud. Whoa!
There you are. I knew Firiona would not fail me. Come, my friend, and behold the secret entrance to Drundar. We must cross the bridges 3, an impossible task, they say, but not for an elf such as I.
Is there a Rowan Atkin Downs?
The orcs guard the bridge. Make waste of them, and I will lower it.
You've got it, buddy. 13 remain. Ooh! How spooky. I can almost guarantee that they will die instantly. I mean, almost guarantee. They might not. I would probably put money on them dying straight away, though. I should really just get used to using my magic, in all honesty. My god, look at him! What? Okay, that didn't kill it. That did. Why does it keep careening off? There we go. I should have actually just summoned the hammer. That would do a much better job. Okay, this Holy Strike absolutely sucks. It can't hit them. Wait, how do I use a mana potion? It's L2. Oh, it's L2. Oh, I don't have to press L2 and R2 to use it. Oh no, that used a big one though, didn't it? I'm almost certain it did. I had 8 of these. Yeah, it did. Oh, that's not good. I want to use these ones. Yeah, why would I use a greater one when I have minor? I suppose because the way it works is it uses the ones that are most suitable for the job. And obviously the more mana I have missing, the more suitable the greater ones are.